Good morning again. Really glad to have you guys back. My name is Matt Bowden. My wife and I own a nursery in Waimanalo, and the name of the nursery is Once Again. In hindsight, I might not have named it Once Again because I get called all kinds of names. Once upon a time, once there was. Someone will ask me the name and I'll say Once Again, and they'll go, what's the name? Once Again. So we get caught up there for quite a while, going back and forth. The concept of the company is really simple. We grow our own plants out from babies and starters, and we make gardens out of them. But this is where the Once Again comes in, because we only, not only, mostly, and we try to only use things that aren't traditionally gardens. This guy right here was actually a flower pot that was sealed off, and we drilled holes in it and we built a nice little garden, because this way we can make a little our little bit of greenery, our little bit of zen, our little bit of calmness, and take it wherever we want to go, so long as we follow the basic rule. And the basic rule is the same for all plants: sunshine and water. These guys, the most common problems people incur when they're growing succulents is the water. They definitely start to overwater the plant. They'll get a plant and they'll say, oh, he doesn't look quite so good. I'm giving him a little bit of water. And oh no, he looks worse, and I'm gonna give him some more water. And oh no, he's dead. And that happens all the time because water is not what they want and it's not what they need. So just remember that. Let them get a nice big drink and then let them dry out. They want to be dry, dry, dry. So in order to accomplish that, you got to make sure that you have drainage holes. So this was actually kind of tongue-in-cheek. I did, quite a number of years ago, I did spam and eggs. And I was more or less playing, but then people got really indignant when I didn't have them for sale anymore. And so now it's, pardon the pun, it's on our menu on a regular basis, using eggs and spam cans. So in order to save this can, and this is a little weird, but something you gotta learn, if you leave this can outside in the sun bleaches it. All the colors run away and it washes off. So we spray a UV block over top of it. Kind of like what do you call that stuff that they put on? Sunblock for spam cans. But what it does is it helps us keep our label nice and bright, because Lord knows we love our spam. This is another example of it. Waikiki Brewing Company. And these little guys are called donkey tails. And I swear, when I was a kid, every house from Ka'ava into town had a donkey tail growing on their lanai, and now I hardly see them anymore. This one is kind of cool too. This one is actually a tillandsia, and it's made with crystals. We also sell crystals and fairies and houses and bridges and all kinds of things, so you can make all different types of gardens. Okay, so we're going to take our can. It's got the holes in the bottom. This is our tools. Very sophisticated scientific equipment here, and really this is all you need. You don't have to go out and buy a $50 gardening set unless you want to match your Yazis or your Adidas. So take this. This is actually screen that you use on hot houses to block the sun. I like it because it's soft and it's subtle, and it's also really easy to cut and really easy to work with. Because I'm going to take this, and my puka's on the bottom. I'm going to drop this inside to cover my pukas up. because I want the water to come out, but I want the medium to stay in here. People get pretty concerned about that happening, so that we do this to keep their countertop safe. So I put that in the bottom, and then I take it. I don't know why I do this step. This is me being a little odd. I always take a little bit and I put it down on the bottom, kind of like a cushion. Helps keep my screens in place. But more importantly is I'm going to take my babies and put them in the garden. So you look at this and you think, well, wow, how did you do that? You had to grow that garden a long time. You don't. I'm going to teach you about something called clumping. And basically what clumping is I'm going to take a bunch of these different succulents and I'm going to put them all in the can. So it looks like I have a grown out garden real quick. So this first one I'm going to take is one of my personal favorites. I really love him. His name is Portulaca molokiniensis. His Hawaiian name is Ihilani. He's one of only a few native Hawaiian succulents. He was actually misidentified until 1986 when they found out they were calling him the wrong thing. He's from the island of Molokini, which you guys all know is a little island off of Maui, and he also grows naturally in Kaho'olawe. So he's important. He's endangered and in the wild. So a lot of nursery guys will come through and take care of them so that we're able to maintain the stock on it. So I got him and I massaged his root balls. I know I'm getting a little fresh here playing with him in public, but this is what you need to do. You want to make sure his root ball comes down really tiny, so it's really small. Because I want to put a bunch of them together and then put them in my garden so I have my instant garden. So his name is Ihilani, and then I'm going to put him over here just for now. And then his name is Echeverria Blue Atoll, A-T-O-L-L. He's one of my favorites. He gets really big, he's really beautiful. He looks like a lotus, this shape here. He'll get volleyball size. I mean, they'll get real big if you give them a big pot. Size of pot, size of plant. So you see this guy I was talking about earlier, you see his root ball is pretty crowded. That's because he was getting a little tired of his container. He wanted to go into a bigger container. So in other words, we're going to transplant him up. And when you transplant, you always want to go up for the size. You don't want to go down, because if you go down, then you're cutting the plant off with nutrition and stuff. Now, if you're doing like a specialty and you have little tiny cute stuff, so you can do that. That's fine. But as far as a long-term home, you want to go up. So I'm grabbing him, and this is what I always do. I do this unconsciously without even thinking about it. I'm squeezing the bottom down here. And the reason I'm squeezing the bottom is because I want that root system to let go of the pot. Because sometimes they just don't want to come out because their root systems are so tight. And so then I go back in and I'm doing the same thing again, where I am massaging the roots on the bottom. And the reason I massage them like this is because I don't want to lose my root system. I want to leave my roots on. So I'm trying to get as much medium off of them as I can, because now I'm going to give them nice, fresh, new medium to grow in, and then they're going to be much happier. So I got that one, and then I have this one. And so we're going to clump them together like this. And this is the basis for building our garden. We just clump it like that, and it's ready to go. So I'm going to get a couple more. This guy's Echeverria. He's way cool. He's, there's probably about 15, 20 different species of this particular one, Agavioides. And he gets really beautiful and lots of colors too. But you see how small his root ball got? So do that, and then I'm gonna do this one. I like this guy a lot. His name is Shrek. See, look at his ears. I do this with kids a lot, and I just tell them it looks like my ears. Put it out, massage, and I'm going to bring him down, 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 because I want to squeeze all of these guys into this one can. And you know, they like it. It doesn't hurt them. I refer to them as very social kind of dudes because they really don't mind being clumped together like this. So I'm going to take that one, and I'm going to take this one, and I'm almost like I'm making a little bouquet. Okay, and then I'm going to take this one, and I'm going to stick him in here. And then I'm going to take my container, my healthy Spam, 25% less sodium, and my healthy beer. Hey, somebody's got to make the cans for their wife, so I volunteer to drink the beer and eat the Spam for her. Got to make those sacrifices. Okay, coming in, I'm kind of pushing them all close together. See how I'm doing that? And I'm deliberately leaving a little bit of space on the side. Get my handy dandy equipment, using the back of my spoon to kind of lift up and tuck my roots in. I don't want my roots hanging out. None of these plants like to have their roots exposed. Old paintbrush to help me clear the medium out of the inside of it. Coming in underneath, I'm going to pick it up a little bit more, and then I'm just going to kind of gently push things down in here. You don't want to make it compact. You don't ever want to smash your medium down and make it too taut. So this guy's he's a little big for my container, right? But I really like him because he's got these really, really cute little flowers on here. He's Harenia. He's also called Owl Eyes and Lifesaver. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to do this, and I know it looks barbaric, but I promise you it doesn't hurt that much. And then I get my little thing here, and I'm going to pick that up. And I'm just going to tuck him in on the side over here. Okay. Now I'm going to go in and do my roots pretty quickly because I want them to all be hidden. So I'm having a little trouble with my Shrek ears. So I'm going to take them out and push them over a little bit. And I'm going to squeeze him around, put him like this instead, because he's bigger than I thought. He's taking up more room than I thought. And I push him down, and then I go down in here slowly. I'm being careful not to hurt the flowers, because that's one of the reasons I want these on here, is I want the flowers. And I just very gently push the roots down. And then I'm going to take a little bit of a medium and sprinkle it over the top. I'm going to push it down inside a little bit. Remember, I don't want to make it compact, because if you make it too compact, it has a hard time drinking and eating. Okay, get it down in there, making it level all the way around, making it even. I mean, all of my plants, this top part here, I call it a horizon. I mean, all of them the same, so that they're all the same depth, that they're all in the same thing. And I'm using my spoon. Really, the spoon is pretty much the only thing you need, except for this guy. He's a back scratcher. Okay, I got them nice and tucked in. Everybody looks good. Now, I want to dress my garden. This does several things. First off, it helps with the distribution of the moisture. It also helps, you know, when you're transplanting, the plants might be a little bit wobbly. So it just kind of, you can use it in here and tuck them up in here and help them keep your plants, you know, steady and straight. Okie doke. Just a few more. This is called jelly beans, by the way. It's you can buy a lot of these things at the garden stores. You can also go and buy aquarium. Okay, my agaviotes is a little crooked, so I'm going to use my stuff to kind of push it around a little bit so I can get them exactly where I want them to be. You know, I always tell everybody, if you don't like the way your garden looks, don't worry about it. Leave it alone. You know why? Because in 2 weeks, it's going to grow out and it's going to change. And the nice thing about making these gardens is they always make us look good. Makes us look like we kind of know what we're doing. And there you have it. Our 25% less sodium Spam can, and put it together with your eggs, and you have a Spam and egg breakfast going on, and that's it. I'm going to let him grow out. I'm going to make sure he has sunlight. Plants all need sunlight. Doesn't need to be a whole lot, but they got to have some sunlight, okay? These big picture windows, big overhead, sliding glass doors, windowsills, all of those are good places to put your plants. It doesn't have to be direct, but they have to have sunlight. So, enjoy your babies, enjoy your planting, stay positive, and test negative. Thank you very much.